So greetings once again from Pennsylvania, and more specifically we're here in Dauphin County along the Swatara Creek, and we're going to do another section of the Union Canal today. Let me turn you around. We got the kayak up there on the Jeep. I'm back in what's called Swatara Creek Park. We started the last couple episodes in this series here in this park. Now I did a section down that way already, but a walking section where we walked right along the canal, but past that point there's quite a few properties where I don't have permission for, some larger corporations like Pennsy Supply and stuff like that. So we're going to kayak this section. That's the plan. Water looks a little fast right here, but we'll see how it goes. We'll pass where Lock 30 is, but I'll talk about that later. And there might be a few spots where we might be able to get out and look at the canal, because there's a couple sections where it runs right next to the creek. Let me give you a look. Yeah, it is a bit fast right here. I should say this is Hanover Street. Right across the way is Hershey Park and a Giant Center. And it's not too bad. My concern is I was planning on paddling back, although it looks, I think it's calmer in sections up ahead. And, you know, if I determine that it's going to be too much effort to paddle back, there's another, what do you call one of these landing areas further up. That's where I'm planning on kayaking too. I can always leave the kayak there and I'll walk back and drive back and get the kayak. That's an option too. Alright, but let's go ahead and get the kayak off, get all set up, and get on going this journey. Alright, just about ready to take off here. Already have some wildlife up there though. On the other side of the bridge there's a great blue heron. Looking for breakfast. Alright, yeah, so like I said earlier, it looks a little swift here, which is no big deal, but it's just, I don't, you know, kayaking back, on my way back through this stuff is not what I would really look forward to. But if there's just a few sections like this, then I'll kayak back. Like I said, I do have the option of leaving my kayak at the other kayak launch, walking back, but I think I'd prefer to kayak back. But we'll see, we'll keep an eye on that. But then we're going to get going here, get this journey started. Yeah, and away we go. It actually is pretty calm out here. There's a lot of ripples on the surface, but it's actually not moving really swift, so that's good. As far as we can tell for now. So technically this section we've done already. Right off to our right is the Town of Union Deposit. Because in the last episode, you know, I talked to some of those landowners. I got to hike that section that they maintain. It's a nice section, so like I said, this is the closest place I could find to put a kayak in to do the next section I have, which I'm not going to complain about. It's a beautiful day. We've got our sunscreen on. Yes, we're just drifting along nicely here this morning. There's no rush. It's only like 9:30, so no point in, you know, rushing. Don't have other plans for the day. But it is beautiful out here. Yeah, once you can see how calm the water is now. It's almost just slack, not moving at all. All the birds. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful out here this morning. It's close to the 10 o'clock. We started close to the 10 o'clock. Not quite 9 or 9:30. But anyway, we're gonna, a little ways up here, there'll be a turn in the creek, and that's where technically our new section will start. Where we're kayaking now, off to our right, is where we were hiking that one section. Remember that section with all the walnut trees that that guy had planted his grandfather like back in the 40s? That's off to our right now. When we go around that turn, there'll be like a bluff up on by the creek, and the canal will be like right next to the creek at that point. So we'll see if there's a spot where you can get out and look at it a little bit. Because technically, even if it's private property, technically there's a certain amount of leeway on either side of the creek that's doesn't belong to the landowner. There's some rules about that. Get kind of weird. But anyway, But if it's actually posted on the side of the creek, we won't actually get off, I don't think. But anyway, like I said, beautiful morning out here. I'll go a bunch of wood ducks. They make that whistling noise when they fly off. And a couple more great blue herons. Of course, there's a plane flying overhead too, but. Alright, pretty sure up ahead is that bluff I was talking about. There are a few houses on the right side, which I don't remember seeing in my last hike. So I think this is the turn. So this is where our section begins, in a way. So it might be, I see another house up ahead. So, yeah, we're making a turn up here, so it's pretty shallow right here too. I'm not gonna get out here because there's houses along here. I don't have permission for anywhere along here. But the canal is right on our right though. Like especially that bluff up there. You can see those taller trees off to our right. That's just because they're up on higher ground. Alright, yeah, like I said, keep saying it, but it's a beautiful day out here. Yeah, I think we can see the one house straight ahead. Nice places to live until it floods. And with the sunscreen on me, it smells like I'm at the beach. That's what always reminds me of when you put sunscreen on. Speaking of the beach, we gotta get there soon. I don't think I was at the beach at all last year. To remedy that. Maybe sometime soon here. Yeah, so right up there is the towpath trail. Literally right there. The canal will be on the other side. Looks like it's maintained up there, mowed. We're not too far down from that one house, so. But that is, because right up the top of it is that bluff, so the ground rises sharply beyond. So right here is the canal. Because remember, this is the creek. The canal is up there, up on the bank. All right. So I've come up right to the bank here. Like I said, right up there is the towpath trail. But look at all these stones lighting up along here. These were put here on purpose. It's to prevent erosion. Like I said, this is the towpath right up here. Right up there is where the mules would walk, and on the other side is the canal. So, since it's so close to the river here, they kind of enforced it with rocks to keep it just from when the river would flood, just eroding the towpath trail away. So that's kind of cool. I was told I would see these along the way here. I'm not sure if I can get out here or not, but I'll look for another place. All right, well, I found a nice little spot to get out at. So once again, right here's the towpath. I don't see any posted signs or anything here, so yeah. It doesn't always necessarily look like much, but right here's the towpath. And the canal is right in here. Kind of overgrown in there, but yeah, right next to this rock bluff. There's kind of a path on here, but this is our path, and right here's the canal. A lot different, like we've been doing the Delaware Canal recently, but a lot different once again. But yeah, there you go. All right, let's get back in the kayak and get going. And coming up soon is a bridge. I can just barely see it up there. I think they call it the Pensy Supply Bridge. It goes to Pensy. There's a big quarry off to our right a bit. And lock number 30 was or is off to our right too, coming up here, I think closer to the bridge. I'm not sure if it's there anymore. It's owned by that land is owned by some land holding corporation. I might there's a road that goes down that way. I might venture down there sometime. I think it's called Wagner Street. We'll see. Maybe we'll do it today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if I get some footage by the time I upload this video, that footage will be included in this video. But if you don't see it, that means either I didn't find anything or I didn't get there. So it's worth a shot just to drive down that road, see if there's any posted signs or anything. If there are posted signs, I'll just turn around. But some people told me that that area is going to be developed soon too, so if there is a lock there, it may not be there much longer anyway. I just want to point out more of that stonework. Maybe I'll zoom in on it before I float into those trees up ahead. Once again, you can see that that's man-made. The towpath is right above there. I mean, that is the towpath right there. Those rocks. Right, I don't want to kayak into this tree, so I might get a little bit of some small rapids up ahead. There's an island right in front of us too. Oops. That's just my oar hitting the camera there. Looks like we could go either side of it. Yeah. Well, when I say rapids, you know, I don't mean anything terrible, but kayaking back to this would be a bit difficult. Unless I go on the other, I might go on the other side of the island. Whoops, sorry, I just hit the camera again there. I might go on the other side of the island on the way back. It's actually not too bad. You can see that bridge up ahead there. Yes, I think Lock 30 is almost directly on our right now, or would be. And here the canal goes a little bit more inland too. It's not necessarily right next to the creek right here anymore. It goes, and the part that goes through the quarry has been pretty much destroyed too, I think. So that's another reason why I didn't bother going up there. Yeah, now you can see the bridge. There's a section up here though too that it gets right back to the canal. It gets right up along the creek again. We'll try to get out further up. Look at that again. Let's go under the bridge together. Yeah, I'm kind of looking up the other side of the island too. That might be the better way to go on the way back. It's not as swift. So that's the thing. You want to pick the. I don't want to have to fight a oh, there's a turtle up there on the. I can't. I'm not holding the camera, but up on the bottom of that bridge there. I'll probably dive in soon. Oh, I probably can't see him anymore. Yep, there he goes. Underneath the bridge. And I know I already told you, but it is beautiful out here today. Gonna be a warm one though, so that's kind of why I picked today. Be out on the water. I was waiting too. We've had a lot of rain recently too, so I was kind of waiting as well. I didn't want to be out here when the waters were raging with all the rainwater. So. swifter water up here. On the way back I can go under that tree off to our right, I think. That's the thing, you know, as I'm heading along, I'm just keeping in mind, like I keep saying, I have to come back this way, so, well, I mean, I don't have to. Like I said, I could walk, but just looking at what my options are for the way back, the best way to take on the way back. Red-winged blackbirds. No one else out here today. I didn't say this is Tuesday morning, May 21st. So, only one out here enjoying this paddle. Yeah, so there's another bend up here. We should be going off to the right again. I think that's when our canal comes right up to the creek again. Like I said, right now, Pensy Quarry is off to our right, which pretty much obliterates the canal. Yeah, so we're starting to make that turn to the right now. You can hear different, it's not all naturey sounds. There's people mowing and other things. You know, on either side of the banks here, there are housing developments and stuff. I mean, down here, it looks like you're in the, if you know better, it looks like you're in the wilds, but we're not. I mean, we're in the Hershey, Hummelstown area. So it's quite developed around here. But we'll take it. It looks nice down here, though. So way up there straight ahead, I think is where the canal comes right back along the creek again. I should probably throw a map up showing you what the route I'm doing today is. I'll go ahead and do that now. So I believe up here is the spot. You see some more of that stonework. Oh yeah, because up there's the bridge. We do not go under that bridge. Our boat ramp, the next one is up here. So I'm gonna try and get across there, see if we can get up there or not, because I'm gonna be turning around just up here shortly, I think. Pretty sure that's the bridge that I don't go under. Yeah, the canal, the towpath literally is right up here again. See some of the stonework that's lining it once again to prevent that erosion. But there's not a convenient spot here to get out. Maybe just up further. Up there is the other boat launch. So this is my turnaround spot anyway. We'll go up just a little bit more. It's pretty overgrown up there too. Lots of thorns. I have my zip-off pants on today, so I don't know. We'll see. I forgot the name of this boat launch is though. I am on my way back now. Obviously, I decided to kayak the way back. There'll be a few areas that are swifter, more shallow, but we'll be able to do it. Even if I have to get out of the kayak for a little bit and pull it along with me as I walk, that's fine. I think we shouldn't have too much trouble. I mean, why walk when you could do this? It is a little bit, you have to paddle quite a bit more on the way back. Even in these slacker sections, you know, the current is still moving. So, it's a good workout for the arms. As always, I may not film a whole lot on the way back. We'll see. Of course, if I see any wildlife too, I'll try to get that to you. Yeah, listen to those birds. Just taking a little break here. Got my 1 foot grounded in the water. Hold us in place. Yeah, some of those flowers back there. Looks like I can zoom in on those. Those are yellow flags. We showed those not too long ago along the Delaware Canal. I guess you can see them there. But yeah, nice little bunch of them there. Yeah, there was another one of those. We saw a spotted sandpiper too on the Delaware Canal. There was one here too on these rocks. But yeah, I'm just taking a little break. Got to take more of those going upstream. You know, when you're going downstream, you can just take a break from paddling. Sometimes you don't even have to paddle going downstream. It doesn't matter because you just keep going downstream. But when you're paddling upstream, you got to paddle harder. And if you stop paddling to take a break, you start going back downstream again. So just to find places to pull over. I guess you pull over in kayak too, and just take a break that way. Taking another break by, not sure what's going on here, some concrete stuff here. Paddle through one of those swifter sections there. You really got to keep going, but anyway, I think up around the bend here is that bridge. You had some swifter water there, but we might try to go around, like I said, the other side of that island. We'll see. All right, we'll get going here in a moment again. Yeah, so up ahead is that Pensy Bridge and that island too. So there was some swifter water up here. I think they'll probably try for the other side of the island. Maybe it won't be as bad over there. Water isn't too swift here either. But I think once we get past the island, that's it for any like really swift water until we get back to right where we started. But you can see that one section, there was a couple sections there I just got out and walked the kayak instead of fighting the current in the shallow water. Oh, there's a great little heron over there. I'm trying to hold on to the edge of this rock, get my kayak in place. Let me try and zoom in on him over there. I'll probably float away a little bit here, but there he is. Oh, hold on a second. Losing my grip there. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, just came under that bridge there. Just kind of holding on to a rock here. Taking a break. Don't want the current to carry me away. All right. Yeah, look at. Hold on. Let me see if I can swing around here. Yeah. I feel like I might end up walking the kayak a little bit up there, so anyway. And a much nicer, slacker water area. So around the bend up there, the creek turns off to the right. I think that's home stretch. So when we go around that bend, we should see the bridge where we started at, I think. It's nice not to have to fight the current anymore. Gonna work out though. Just taking another little break, and there's a turtle on that log there. Just chilling out. Oh, hold on, I'm floating away.
Yeah, he doesn't feel too concerned that I'm here. See if I can zoom in a little bit more here. Hold on, float away from my mooring here. Of course, on our way back, the canal is on our left now. Still haven't gone around that bend. I kind of took a longer break back where that turtle was. In the shade there. But now we're kind of kayaking through some shade. Slow going on the way back, but there's no rush. So I'm just taking my time. I'm taking a break when I need to. Like I said, we're done fighting that swift water. Except for at the very end, that last bridge, there was some water, swifter water there, but not really worried about that. We can just get out and walk that last distance. Just decided to get out and walk for a bit. Give my arms a rest. It's really shallow here, so. Plus the water feels good. Ooh, but somebody's wore out. That would be me. Still making my way back. If I can hear the traffic, Union Deposit is right up here, and just check Google Maps, and the bridge, our last bridge, is just up here. I can't see it yet, but it should be just around the bend. Just taking a little break. Maybe my last break, we'll see. Whew, a lot tougher going back, but anyway, we're getting a workout. All right, just gonna rest here for a little bit before we do the final push back. I think I'm done paddling for today. You can see how swift it's moving here, but right up there is the bridge, but I think if I just pull it up through the weeds and the poison ivy, there's a kind of a parking spot right here. I think I'm gonna just go get the Jeep, pull it up here, and yeah, take my kayak up that way instead of finishing it out. Don't feel like battling the current. You can see how fast it's going this section. Kind of done. Alright, but I'm whooped. Just kind of sitting here by the Jeep. Got the kayak back up on top. Of course, today we'll test. Over the years, generally speaking, I've been kind of immune to poison ivy, but I haven't tested that for a little while. So I walked through quite a bit there with my bare legs and stuff, my sandals. So we'll see what happens. Plus, we'll see if I look a little red in a few spots. I know I put sunscreen on, but you'll find out later if you put it on accurately or not. Anyway, but coming back was a little tough, so I'll have to rethink that next time, because there might be another section or two that we kayak. My face is probably all red, but I was out in the sun quite a bit today. All right, I'm beat, guys. Thanks for coming along. It was a beautiful day out there on the water, but I'm glad to be done as well. All right, thanks for coming along.